Hey everybody, we're getting ready to trade June week 2, 2020, and this is where we are at on the S&P 500. This is our weekly chart, and here was our close on Friday, a new weekly closing high since we've made the low for 2020 at 3193.93. And when you look to the left, you can see that this is really the highest close that we've had since this cluster up here when we were going into the all-time high back in February. So this is a really important close, way the hell up in here inside these first huge moves down that we made at the end of the first quarter. So this could be a clue that we are going to venture on and try to go after filling this final gap to the upside. Or this could signal that we are at an exhaustion point and maybe we come back down. One thing else bullish that I want to point out is that the 10-week simple moving average is getting ready to trade up through the 100-week simple moving average. And you can see that when we crossed down over here, the market anticipated that was coming and sold off down to our 2020 low. And here we are coming into an anticipation of it crossing bullishly to the upside. Now, does that mean we're going to go after a new 2020 high? Maybe this is going to be the fuel maybe this is going to be the fuel that gets us there. Okay, here is the section of the daily chart, the roadmap that I usually show you every day, but turned to the left so that we can see what was going on back at the beginning of the year. You can see this little bubble that over here is where we were trading during the day when I took this last screenshot of it to show you this is where we are trading right now. So we are right in here. We are right in here in the midst of this first big attack to the downside that we saw happen in the end of Q1 2020. Finally, let's take a look at the roadmap. We closed, like I said before, at 3193.93. We hit a high at 32.11 and some change. A look below and fail at the January low. We hit a low at 32.14 a couple times in January, and then one more time in February, and then finally at the end of February we careened down through this level, and that's where that selling really began to take hold once we broke this 32.14 level. So here on Friday we came up right to that, took a look below, and pulled back. So are we going to come in on Monday and gap up open over this 32.14 level? If that's the case, then we are definitely going to go on an attack towards this final gap to the upside that you saw on the weekly chart and that you saw on the left side section of the roadmap that I just showed you in the last two shots. We're going to be going for an attack up there. I don't know that we have the strength right now to get all the way through it, but I do think that there is enough people who are stuck short, not expecting that jobs report to be as good as it was, to get a squeeze going here for just a little bit higher, at least up over 32.30 and taking a look below 32.59. Once we do get a sell-off going, we're going to be focused on the 10-day simple moving average, which is going to be rising all the way up to about here on Monday. So if we were to come in weak on Monday and start to press lower, I could certainly visualize us filling the gap back to Thursday's close, maybe even looking below the gap and testing that 10-day simple moving average, reversing off of that and going. If we go up a little bit more on Monday, maybe it's on Tuesday that we come back down to test it. And by Tuesday, this 10-day simple moving average is going to be all the way up in here inside this gap. So really all we would end up doing is coming back down, maybe testing that 10-day, of course not filling this gap, reversing and moving up higher. And when you look to the left here, you can see that a couple of other little meaty little one-day wonder sell-offs that we had in the last couple of weeks. Here was one that pressed right down to the 200-day and reversed. Here was one that pressed right down, took a look above the 100-day and reversed. So these simple moving average lines become great targets, great magnets for when the pullback comes. I hope this video got you sort of on track to where we are going right now, what's happening next, and what to expect when Monday, say Tuesday, gets here. As always, good luck and good trading.